Mr. S.K. Jindal with me. Welcome to Bullion Bulletin, sir.
Thank you very
My
much.
first question, whatever you discussed in your panel discussion, that what we India expects from overseas suppliers. I just wanted to know what is the theme of the discussion and how it came out. What is your observation?
You see, the theme was what we expect from our foreign partners and what they expect from us. And my answer to this is very simple. What they want and what we want is one thing, common thing, business. Both of us want business from each other. And to do business, the basis has to be there, a basis of relationship. And any relationship should be based on mutual faith, mutual trust, mutual respect, and mutual concern. We have these fundamentals placed rightly, then any relationship works on that. And that is what is required. We need to talk to them more. We need to visit them. They need to visit us, discuss, find out common grounds and work forward. Lot of potential exists. If there is no potential, nothing can happen.
Right.
But personally, I feel from my experience and from what I hear, between the two countries, the overseas suppliers and India, lot of potential is there because they are expert on producing, procuring, supplying. We are expert on importing, distributing and consuming it. So this makes a very good match, complementing each other, and this is how it works. And in business, these are the main requirements of business to be successful, business to happen, that those ingredients are there in the relationship.
If I come to this 80-20 concept, we cannot speak against government, but we can at least ask government to relook at the system. So according to you, what can we do to make it more simplified to do business, which will be good for the industry?
As I told from the very beginning, we can always ask and request government to relook, to correct the things where they went wrong. And we have been suggesting government that look at the Chinese model. Chinese model is very simple, that you want to control the quantities, you decide. Suppose you want 600 tons to be imported into India in a year. So you can cap it, you can divide it by 12 and you can release licenses for 50 tons each month to the people who have been importing this for last 10 years. Some formula can be worked out, rational formula.
Sound financial and of course the
Yes.
due diligence.
Yes, and on that basis it can be done. Why it cannot be done? There is no need to increase duty for this, because if your acts are supporting smuggling, they are not good acts. If your policies are supporting smuggling, they are not in the interest of nation, not in the interest of economy, not in the interest of local industry. So your policies should be supporting the Indian industry, Indian policies, Indian economy, not the foreign policies. They should not be supporting foreign countries. It is India's potential, it is India's demand, India's population of 1.2 billion people that this demand is coming from. So this should be given to them, this potential should remain with them. Very simple, you make that quota system and reduce the custom duty to 2% as before, so that no smuggling happens. The government must ensure there should be no smuggling in the country, and we can achieve our targets. We can control our CAD.
I heard someone was telling that 2080, this 20% for the exporters. For these exporters, we can make a separate arrangement and the rest of the coal can be imported through this quota system. Is that the way to deal with the...
No, this is not the best practices follows world over. Nowhere in the world gold is imported by the jewelers. Jewelers need one day 2 kilos, 5 kilos maximum.
Right.
So they cannot import 1 ton or half ton or 100 kilos.
Right.
They want their supplies, they want their inventory on daily basis. Why should they import? They don't specialize in importing. All over the world, importers are different and jewelers are different.
Right.
And when they are different, the most efficient way is that which market follows, because they always want to be competitive, and in the process they adopt the best practices. If government is telling you don't adopt best practices and you adopt not so best practices, it is not a good idea. It should be let free to the market who wants to import what and who wants to export what. If I am expert on jewelry manufacturing, jewelry exporting, I should be free to do it. I should not be asked to do gold importation. If I am good at gold importation, then I should not be asked to produce jewelry out of it,
Right.
export it.
Right.
They don't connect very well and they don't work like that.
This gold monetization scheme, how are you looking at this subject? What is your view?
We should do something about it. Anything and everything which improves efficiency of the trade and industry, we must do it. Gold should not remain idle. We should bring out schemes. We should deliberate on them. There should be a discussion, a high-level discussion at least once in a quarter,
Right.
where representative of the government, finance ministry, commerce ministry and RBI should sit along with the trade and work out what best can be done to improve the efficiency of trade and industry of India. And they should present a one-pager to their higher-ups that this is what we have discussed and decided, and we have found that this has substance and this can be done. They should meet at least once in a quarter or maybe more frequently if they want. With this paper, everybody will be on the same page. But suppose they say, no, we don't talk to the importers, we can do it ourselves. They will never be able to do justice, because if the nail is pinching in my shoe, they will not know where, how to remove it, what is wrong with it. Shoe is pinching me. So I only can tell them that this is what the real problem is, and I can suggest some solutions also. That's the best way and natural way of doing it.
Few words about this conference, 11th India International Gold Conference.
Conference, first of all, I would like to congratulate Mr. Srivatsava and his team. Very good teamwork. I find all of you very focused, very dedicated and very coordinated, which is the best. I never find anybody of you lost, because it's so well coordinated and everybody is so dedicated that anything comes, you handle it. The preparation itself are so well detailed preparations that we don't find anything missing. So it's a very good thing. Lot of other organizers can also learn how conferences are done from you. You have been specializing on them, and it is a good idea to do it year after year here, overseas. This gives you lot of learning, lot of things to be offered to people. I wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. We thoroughly enjoyed the venue, very nice hotel, all the arrangements, very well done.
It is always pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.